wherever you may be. Welcome to the Cuppa. Welcome in. And when you come in, let me know that you're here. I would love to know that you're participating and joining in this beautiful way to start your day. I'm Teri Angel, for those who may be finding it for the first time. And this is our Cuppa Joy Daily, where we get together as a spiritual family and love on each other. So let me just take a moment to share this, and I hope that you will as well. And share it out to everyone. First, I have to find it. That's always a pleasure, trying to find something on Facebook, but I found it easily. So help me share it when you find it, and come on in. It's a beautiful day. Okay, it's not cooperating very well. Stuck in a loop. Okay, so I give up on that. If you find it, help me share it. I would really appreciate that. So welcome to all who may be finding it. It's Monday. It's Manifesting Monday, and we'll be talking about that in a little bit. The first thing, though, I want to start out, as I always do, with our heart-brain coherence. The heart-brain coherence is a way to connect your heart and your brain together with the breath. The heart, it has been discovered, fires neurons just like our brain does. So with our breathing, we can connect the two, and that's what we're going to do right now. So if you're watching on the replay, if you're coming in and not saying hello, but I hope you will say hello when you come in, then please join in with me on this. Good morning, Jim. Happy Monday to you as well. All right, so let's do the heart brain while people are jumping in here and finding the cuppa. Hand on your heart, because wherever you're touching on your body is where your focus goes. So by touching the heart, we become very heart-centered. So let's do that first. That's step number one. And I like to close my eyes because I shut out all distraction. You don't have to. You can keep your eyes open, check out what's going on and who's jumping into the chat, like Linda Lemieux. Good morning. So touching your heart center, the next step is to breathe. Breathe in deeply into your lungs. Take that breath all the way in. Feel the energy as you fill up your lungs. And then release it slowly, gently. Let that breath out. We're going to do it again. So breathe in slowly. Observe. Be the witness of how it feels to fill up your lungs completely and take in all that wonderful oxygen. So breathe it in and release. And with this next breath, let's add in love. Add in something that makes your heart so happy, and just focus on that. Bring that thought to mind, maybe even visualize if you can. Visualize what that feels like or what that looks like, and then feel what it feels like in your heart as you breathe in completely and release it out. And hold that thought, hold that positive energy, because that makes your vibration go higher, and that brain state that you're in now is vibrating at a higher frequency. And you feel good, right? When you do this, it feels really, really good. And Deirdre is reminding us, hi Deirdre, that this is day 301 of doing affirmations together. So now that we are in a higher brain state and we're filled with love, now let's say the affirmations. I am enough. I am worthy. Type in your favorite affirmation. What is it that you really feel good when you say it? I am a money magnet. I am abundant. I am loved. I'm healthy. I am happy. I am a spark of the divine. Share with me some of yours. What would you like to use as an affirmation today for you to really get into being in this body, in this spirit, in your mind? How do you want to show up on this beautiful, amazing day? And we have lots of people showing up for us. Good morning to everyone who's come in. Presh Pandey, good morning to you. Don Baker, hi Don. So happy to see you on here this morning. Kathy Hand, I know you're on your way to work. I hope you're driving safe and staying warm inside that vehicle because I know how cold it is outside. What a wonderful family. Thank you for coming in today. And it is Manifesting Monday. It's the day that we choose to focus on that. It is also my guru's birthday today. Paramahansa Yogananda has an earthly birthday. He's in heaven. And I have a picture of him, but I also have his meditation book, Metaphysical Meditations. And I wanted to honor him by reading something out of the book today. Julie Kiss, hi honey. And Deirdre says, I am a being of love, lighthouse, sending out love, light, and healing. I love that. Kathy, you're at home? Okay. Yeah, you got lots to do today. So thank you for watching. All right. Yogananda on spreading ripples of peace says, fix your mind inwardly between the eyebrows on the shoreless lake of peace. Watch the eternal circle of rippling peace around you. The more you watch intently, the more you will feel the wavelets of peace spreading from the eyebrows to the forehead, from the forehead to the heart, and onto every cell in your body. Now the waters of peace are overflowing the banks of your body and inundating the vast territory of your mind. The flood of peace flows over the boundaries of your mind and moves on in infinite directions. So if you follow that, you'll see that Yogananda, back in the day, was connecting the heart and the brain together. And he knew that that was going to feed every cell in the body. It was going to help us come to a more peaceful place, a place of center and balance. And then it spreads out from there. It spreads out in our aura. It spreads out all around us in the environment and touches other people. He also says, I am the Prince of perpetual peace, playing in a drama of sad and happy dreams on the stage of experience. So not every moment is happy joy, right? For anybody. We live in this world of contrast, and we need that contrast because that's how we learn. So always honor that. Always honor the experiences that are the ups and downs. Honor the times that maybe things aren't going so well. and let that really flow into your energy, that I can take control back at any given moment with my breath. I can come back to center by touching my heart space and breathing in and thinking of something joyful. In those moments when things look so chaotic and so harried, just step away, hit that pause button and step back. What am I thinking? Spirit, take over, please. And you'll find yourself in a different mindset. You'll find yourself better able to handle those chaotic moments, those moments when things aren't going the way you want them to go. If you just return to center, come back to peace, you'll be looking at it with a different perspective. Dr. Wayne Dyer said that when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. That change happens on the inside, not on the outside. Our Blue Jean joined us. Hi, Blue. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Kathy Han, let's talk about that. Let's see if that might be a possibility. I would love to sit with little Scooby. Okay, so manifesting. We just talked about how there's contrast, how everything doesn't always go our way, right? There's many, many, many times that we face disappointments, we face hard times. Some call it being down on our luck. We face arguments and resistance. There's so much in this life that we have to learn from. I say, let's celebrate all of that. Let's celebrate the moments when things aren't perfect. Because if every moment was perfect, gosh, that would be boring. I know we always say, oh, I want that, right? I want the happy, happy all the time. I want to always be up and joyful. Well, we're not going to be. Let's be realistic. We're not going to be joyful 24 hours a day. There's going to be moments where maybe there's an ache or a pain, and all of a sudden our attention is drawn to that. There's going to be moments when somebody interrupts or interjects something that goes against what we feel or we think or we believe. And so we might become irritated or frustrated or go off in a huff. So we're not going to be always on cloud nine, happy joy. And, that cloud eventually would start being like, maybe I want to go experience a different cloud. Maybe I want to see if the grass is greener somewhere else, because we look for the contrast. Believe it or not, as much as we say, oh, I just want to be happy, right? I just want joy in my life. I just want to experience love and peace and harmony. And yeah, I want that. I want that as the overriding energy for every moment of my life. But being realistic, there's going to be things that happen. When I was in Florida, I would attend a full moon ceremony, and I had the most wonderful shaman that would lead the ceremony. We would do a cleansing, we'd get saged, we would bring our desires to the fire, we would bring our things we wanted to release to the fire, and we would let go, and we would sing, we would drum, have some sound healing. Boy, did we feel good. I felt like that cloud nine experience where it just feels good, right? To be in that energy. And then we were brought down to earth. Then the shaman would stand with us in a circle and he would share, okay, right now you feel pretty good. Right now you've released, you've set your desires, you've honored, you've sung, everything is up there in the frequency. But you're going to leave this place. You're going to go to your homes. You're going to go and be with other people. You're going to have days coming up where maybe you're tired from work or irritated or all of those things that happen in the contrast. And you're going to accumulate more of what he called the hucha, more of the energy that we take on from other people that just kind of attaches to us. And that's life. That is life, my friends. We can clean our aura every day. We can pay attention to that. We can do the heart brain coherence every morning, and we get up into that high vibration. And then life hits. But it doesn't have to be bad to where we stay in a lower energy. Those are the choices that we make. Every day we make choices. Every day we make decisions about how our life is going to be. I talked about how we have a clean slate. This is a 1 year, a new beginning year. This is a year to create whatever we want the other 9 years, the other 8 years to be like in this 9 year cycle. So this is an important year to do that, to think about how do I stay in that high vibration? What do I do to cleanse my energy? Because that's important. All of that stuff, all of that, those things we take on from other people, from experiences, from things that aren't going right. We make decisions. Am I going to stay frustrated? Am I going to stay angry? Am I going to just constantly hold grudges and have regrets about how I've lived my life? It's time to pay attention to that. It's time to be aware. So for Manifesting Monday, this is my new book, Manifesting with Grace. I know in the United States it looks a little different than this one. I actually love this cover. I love the way this one turned out. It was published here in India, and it's the same book, same exact content, just a different cover. And there's a chapter in here that's pretty important. And I know I've encouraged you all to go from chapter 1 from the very beginning and work through this. It's a workbook and a tool that you can use. But when you get to chapter 10, that is a very important chapter. And that's what I want to talk about today. What I've been talking about is those blocks to our manifestation and how do we clear them? First, you have to identify them. What is blocking your manifestation? And there's a quote that I used: what you are not changing, you are choosing. Somebody type that in the comments, please. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Let's think about that. If we are stuck in a rut, we're stuck in a habit or belief or a thought that we have to do something a certain way, it has to be this way, but we go round and round with it and it never ends up the way we want it to be. We go in that circle, and then all of a sudden we're like, gosh, I've been here before. I've tried everything and it's not working, right? How many times have you said that? I've tried it all, Teri, it doesn't work. So maybe look at what you're choosing and what needs to be changed. Is there something that you can change this year, this new year? Is there something that maybe you can look at in a different light? Maybe there's a different perspective. Maybe there's a different teaching that all of a sudden you're paying attention to something that really resonates. So what you are not changing, you are choosing. Thank you, Kathy, Blue, Deirdre, and Josie. Hi. Thank you all for typing that in so people can see it, because I just love that quote. And then the rest of it is clear the path and the dream will rise. So you've chosen to keep doing something or to try something that doesn't work. And then the action step is clear the path. So sweep it away, sweep whatever it was that wasn't working, right? Why do you keep beating your head against a wall thinking that, okay, I'll do it one more time. Maybe it'll be different this time. Maybe it'll look different. Maybe it'll end up the way I want it to end up. That expectation, right? So when you look at what you're not changing, what you are choosing to continue with, and it's not working, clear the path. Clear all of that you've been trying and trying to force it to work, like forcing a round peg into a square hole. It's not going to work. So come to that point eventually, sooner rather than later, and then clear the path, and the dream will rise. Oh, Kathy, I love that. You highlighted that line. Yeah, it's such an important concept that if we are not having success by doing what we've tried, why are we still trying? Why are we banging our head? Yes, Josie, I certainly will. I'll share that with you, darling. So even with the best intentions, loving affirmations, and spiritual rituals, we sometimes hit resistance. It's so true. Sometimes it's like we've said the same mantra over and over, and all of a sudden we're not even hearing it anymore. We're just saying the words. So shake it up a little bit. Find a new mantra. I'm a money magnet. Maybe you haven't been using that one. Use a mantra that really hits. When you light up with that mantra, go with that. You might hit a block. There might be fog setting in. That would be saying words but not really feeling the words. A recurring pattern that feels like we've taken one step forward and two steps back. That can happen if we get into an energy of, oh no, what am I doing? Then it might not feel so good all of a sudden, or you might be surprised at what you were experiencing. And so you go back. I taught a workshop this weekend here in India on time heals for animals, which I'm also going to bring to the States and teach it there. And one of the things that we worked on was seeing energy, how to see auras, especially your own, your animal, other people. And so a lot of the experience that was had, oh, I see something. So they would see something begin with the aura, and then that surprise or that unexpected moment of actually seeing it, because maybe there was a belief that I can't see it. And so it goes. So the distraction pulls us away from what we're focusing on. If you're focusing on seeing someone's aura, and then all of a sudden you're jumping up and down, yay, I did it, I saw it. Now you're not seeing it. So focused intention is so important in manifestation. So if you have come to that block, that fog, whatever's happening, and you're not making any progress, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means something deep within is asking to be seen, heard, and healed. So pay attention when there's you're not making progress, when there's a block coming up. What do I need to look at inside of me? Take a step back. Just be the witness. Look at what's happening. What am I thinking? Right? What am I doing? If I'm doing this over and over and it's not working, why am I still doing it over and over? So pay attention and look at that. This is going to be an important chapter for you, for those who are working in this workbook, because every chapter helps you to grow in your manifestation. It gives you different tools in each chapter. And the angel whisper is in each one. The angel whisper for this one is, when your dream stalls, look not at the dream, but at the story you're telling yourself about why you can't have it. What story are you telling? You've tried and tried, so there must be something that's blocking, right? Something like thinking you don't deserve it, feeling unworthy, being impatient. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Doubt. What if it doesn't work? Before you even try it, that doubt can creep in. So there's a lot more. I hope that you will invest in this for yourself. It's a workbook, manifesting with grace, a spiritual guide to creating the life your soul already knows. Your soul knows how to manifest. You don't have to tell it. It already knows. Oh, absolutely, Josie. I know you will. Pat Moss, good morning to you. Annie Seven, good morning. All right, so do you all want me to read story time and then we can find out who needs prayers and pray together? That's how we started Cuppa over 5 years ago, and that's how we continue to do Cuppa. Actually, we'll be celebrating 6 years of Cuppa in March this year. Oh, hi, Sue. Thank you. So good to have you here. All right, so the message from the angels for story time is called The Year of Compassion. And I think I mentioned to you all, I'm going to be holding a retreat in the States this year, and it will be focused on compassion. The quote is from Sadi. The rose and the thorn, and sorrow and gladness are linked together. There is a quiet teaching. Let me start over. There is a quiet teaching woven into every rose. Its fragrance invites us closer, while its thorns remind us to approach with reverence. Beauty and pain, joy and sorrow are not opposites. They are companions on the same sacred stem. The angels have been whispering to me that this is the year of compassion. And as I sit with that message, I find myself contemplating what compassion truly means in a world that feels both tender and torn. Many light workers identify themselves as empaths, and rightfully so. Empathy allows us to feel deeply, to sense the emotions of others, and to understand their experiences as if they were our own. Yet the angels nudge us to look a little deeper. Compassion goes beyond feeling, it includes awareness of suffering and the desire to help ease it. Compassion moves the heart into action. One luminous example of compassion embodied is Kuan Yin, whom I have studied and admired for many years. Known in Buddhist tradition as a bodhisattva, her name, Kuan Yin, means one who perceives the sounds of the world. She listens to the cries of humanity with an open heart and responds with mercy and grace. A bodhisattva is one who has attained profound enlightenment, enough to transcend the cycle of karma, yet chooses to remain, delaying full liberation in order to guide others toward freedom. This is compassion in its purest form, staying present with suffering, not turning away, not bypassing, but offering a light along the path. As I reflect on this, I cannot help but notice how far removed this way of being feels from much of the world today. So many are consumed by fear, distraction, greed, or self interest, forgetting that we are intricately connected. When compassion is absent, suffering multiplies. When compassion is practiced, healing begins, often quietly, one heart at a time. Dear angels, how can we move from simply feeling the pain of the world to truly living as compassionate beings who help live it and help heal it. Dear ones, compassion is not weakness, it is strength rooted in love. Empathy allows you to feel, but compassion calls you to respond with wisdom. You are not asked to carry the weight of the world, only to carry light into the places you are shown. When you choose compassion, you soften judgment, open understanding, and create space for miracles, both seen and unseen. Remember that even the smallest act of kindness sends ripples far beyond what you can perceive. Be present, be willing, be love in motion. We encourage you, dear ones, to become aware of another's pain and ask yourself, what is one loving thing I can do right now? It may be listening, offering a resource, sending a prayer, or simply holding space. Release the need for gratitude, acknowledgement, or outcome. Compassion given freely is the highest form of service. At least once a day, sit in silence and imagine yourself as a calm, radiant light, witnessing the world without judgment, anchoring peace wherever you are. You know, I love that line, release the need for gratitude, acknowledgement, or outcome. When we do that, we're letting go of ego. We're not doing something, we're not doing an act of compassion so somebody will say, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, or give us recognition, or let us know the outcome. We don't need to know. Our job is simply to hold that space, to do whatever we can do, whatever compassionate act, and then let it go. Hold the energy in our heart that spirit is taking over now. The angels whisper, compassion is love, listening with the intention to heal. So today, I promise to do one compassionate act daily. One compassionate act. Doesn't cost you anything to say a kind word, to give a smile, to lift somebody up. Can you make that promise that you're going to start doing compassion at least one time a day? Compassion is love, listening with the intention to heal. And that's what we're going to focus on this whole year. That's what the retreat is going to center around. And I'd love to start getting some ideas of what to name the retreat. The angels haven't told me yet, but as soon as I hear it, I'll know it. As soon as that lights up for me, I'll know that that is our retreat. And then we'll figure out where that's going to be and the exact timing of it. And Blue Jean says, the patron of Reiki, Kuan Yin, I love you. I am grateful for you. Thank you for watching over our little grid. She most certainly does. She is a beautiful patron of compassion. And I love her so much. I honor her today. And Julie Kiss, yes, I do that daily already, and I will continue. Thank you, Julie Kiss. I know you do. You were so compassionate and kind when I came to meet you, and you even fed me with your hubby's wonderful cooking. I remember that. Kathy, you see a purple rose included in the retreat title. I was gifted purple roses the last day of the retreat, of the workshop yesterday. It was a surprise that I absolutely loved. I love, love, love purple, and I love roses. So yes, I believe that you are accurate in that, Kathy. And Blue says, back in the 80s, we started to do one random act of kindness each day with compassion. I feel this in my soul. Mary Jane and me. Ah, I love it. You know, I do have a group on Facebook, Random Acts of Kindness Daily, I believe is the name of it. I'll share that group on my page. If anybody is not in it and would like to be in it, let's revive that. Let's do a compassionate act every day. And Deirdre says, I send out compassion, love, and light on the regular to all the souls on Mama Gaia's back. Beautiful. Yes, they are, Kathy. Let me see if I can bring them over and show you guys my beautiful roses. I'm all wrapped up because it is cold in this room. But Kathy, I wanted to show you my shirt because I know you have one that says the same thing. Mine says, yes, I'm cold. And I love this. I wear it a lot. So these are my purple roses. And aren't they beautiful? I love that rose smell. All right, I'm going to set them right here by me. Hopefully they'll behave. I think they will. I know, right, Blue? I was so happy when she walked in the room and she had the roses for me. All right, so let's finish up. I have a meeting coming up that I'm going to meet with Michelle Landers because we are doing a workshop on the 24th of this month, which will be coming up in 19 days. You have 18 days to sign up. Just saying that if you have not signed up for that workshop yet, it's going to be incredible. It is called Truth Mapping, and it's looking at some of the things that we think, just like I was saying earlier, we think it's going to work, and oh no, it's not working. So what do I do now? And so we've got a full day workshop planned for, I think it's 3 hours. So it's a half day workshop. And it's going to be amazing. You know what a great teacher Michelle is. And I'll be joining in with her on that workshop. So let's get to our prayers so we can get out of here and I can jump on Zoom with her. I know. I found this in the States before I left. I've actually worn it on, I think, every plane trip that I took because, you know, planes can be very, very cold inside. And it's very cold here in India. And it will be cold in the UK as well when I get there very soon. It's coming up now, less than 10 days. All right. Thank you, Deirdre, for posting our prayer for all humans, for Gaia, and all who live on her back. World peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, the Coalition of the Willing, our troops, the United States, our India family, for me, Teri, my family, and any traveling peas. Yes, please keep my sister and her daughter in your prayers as they go through the cancer journey together, unfortunately. And for any who are suffering right now, please lift them up in prayer. All right, so let's go into our hearts. We have a long prayer list. We're going to lift up every name. And I know Blue has all of them in a Reiki grid, and I know that Auntie Jean does. She's been down and out, so we haven't had the pleasure of having her with us, but I know she's maintained that Reiki grid. So we lift up all of those that are in the list, everyone who has told us that there's something that they need prayer for. We lift up the homeless, those who feel unseen, unheard, unloved. We lift up our troops, anyone who's displaced away from family and friends and may be in danger. And we lift up our world leaders for peace in our world. So let's go into our hearts. And God, I just want to bring gratitude first. Thank you for this wonderful family. Thank you for the love that's shared here, for the light that's sent out just by being together, coming together as one big lantern of light shining into the world. Thank you for this family, for the P's for peace. Thank you for peace efforts everywhere. Thank you to the monks who are doing a peace walk through the United States right now and their wonderful dog. Thank you for all who are encouraging any type of peace event. Thank you for that. God, we lift our prayers. I lift everyone that's here right now. Touch hearts. Perform miracles in our lives. Answer our prayers for the best and highest good of all. And we give you all glory, all honor, and thank you. Thank you to teachers and mentors. Thank you to those I have personally learned from. Thank you for Paramahansa Yogananda, whose birthday it is today. And I know he's celebrating right there in the heavenly realm. So thank you, God. I love you. Amen. And thank you to Sue Seekoff for putting in that link so that you can see what's going on January 24th. And also, I created an event today for the teaching I'm going to be doing on the 7 sacred rays and the ascended masters and angels that work with those rays of light. And it'll be a good opportunity for you to learn, what ray am I operating under? What ray did I come into this world on? And are there other rays that I can experience while I'm here? Well, there certainly are, and you'll learn all of that in the class.